Hey, how's it going? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. So I'm back with another little short video, and what I wanted to talk about today was the difference between the words showing off versus showing up. Recently I've had a bit of a realisation about what the difference is between the two, and how we use the language, how we use either showing off or showing up, has an effect on and actually how we are showing up in the world. So basically the difference between the two, what I found is that obviously with the work that I do, I'm encouraging people to show up in the world, to show up as their truest selves, to show up as the soul, to show up as their, their heart and their spirit within, and to be that person, to embody that incredible, truly powerful person that is within. So that to me is showing up. So we're encouraging each other to show up in the world, so we live a life of no regrets and a life full of all the things that we want. Showing off, on the other hand, what I found is it's obviously got negative connotations surrounding it. It's looked down upon. If somebody's, if we see somebody and we think, oh, they're showing off, we think they're kind of being bold, or we think that they're doing something different, and that they're kind of putting other people down and making other people feel insecure by them showing off. What I realised is actually, and there is a big difference between the two, and it's actually all to do with perception. So the difference is to do with the perception on how we consider showing up versus showing off. So to give you an example, so a couple of years ago when I was teaching a class, a French class, it was an observed lesson, and I was in a really, really good place. I'd visualised the lesson and how it was going to go. It was super creative, it was very, very innovative. It was a brand new class, and I was really looking forward to what was going to come out of the lesson, and I was going right for the top. I wanted to, have it marked as an outstanding lesson. So I delivered this lesson, and it was fantastic. The students were really engaged, they were learning, it was super interactive, a lot of fun, like it was so much fun. And I was in the best place that I could possibly be, because I was showing up, and I stepped into that role to be the absolute best teacher that I could possibly be in that moment for those students. And by me showing up, I was able to help those students to show up too. What stunned me afterwards was the feedback from one of the observers, and this person said that she felt that the lesson was gimmicky and that I was showing off. Now, at the time, I took it quite personally, and I was like, huh? Well, where did that come from? Like, I really don't see that at all. And so I've been kind of thinking about it over the years, it's kind of dipped in and out of thoughts and conversations and stuff. And what I realised is that where I was showing up, in my own world, I was being all that I could possibly be. Her perception of me showing up was actually that I was showing off. And this is what I believe is actually crucial for us to understand and to kind of create our own definition of in our own mind. We're encouraging each other to show up, and we can show up within ourselves. How other people perceive that really has nothing to do with us. It's none of our business whether somebody thinks that we are showing off or even showing up. But the perception from those that maybe want to show up more themselves is that somebody else is showing off, when in fact that person is just showing up. So with that in mind, I would love to encourage you to keep showing up in the world, okay? Life is today. We don't know when it's going to end. We don't know what is in store in the next 5 minutes, let alone in the next 15, 20, 50 years. We have no idea. So for however long of life is left, show up as you truly are. If anybody puts you down and makes you feel like you are showing off, it says every single thing about them and nothing about you, unless of course you are showing off, and then it's justified and it's truthful. Okay, have a fantastic day. Thank you for your time. Speak to you soon. Bye.